Hi guys, it's Andy from Man City Fan TV. How is everyone today? Sorry, it's been a full-on day today. It really has. I'm just bringing up the video, the live stream. So how's everyone? Are you all very well? Are you good? There we go. It's up now. So yeah, been a full-on day. Absolutely full-on. Hey Andy, how's you? Yeah, I'm good, Chris. Like I said, it's been mental today. I've been doing tons and tons of work, business work, but also Man City Fan TV work and recording videos and editing videos and speaking to people about other videos and things. So there's loads coming up. I've been chatting to Rob with regards to the podcast and talking to him about that today. So that's being edited as we speak. And yeah, can't wait to listen to that. Hopefully I'll get that later today. I can have a listen to it and then try and get it out on the channel tomorrow with a little bit of luck. So yes, how's everyone today? Gorgeous weather, beautiful outside, absolutely fantastic weather. My lad went off first thing this morning to Barcelona with his mates, my older lad, so he's out there. I'm sure, I believe it's going to be like 38 degrees or something ridiculous like that. So Hassan, do you think City are just playing mind games with United over Maguire? Quite possibly. Maybe they are. Rob's on. Hi Andy. Hi everybody editing the podcast right now. Just thought I would drop in to say hello. There you go. So Rob's editing that podcast now. Hopefully, Rob, I can have a copy tonight so I can listen to it, and can't wait for that. Looking at a different perspective. So Rob, I don't know whether you want to sort of tell everybody, give everybody a little teaser of what it might be about. That'd help, and then people can keep an eye out when it comes out on Man City Fan TV. Bonjour Andy, happy Friday mate, happy Friday to you. It's the end of the day for me, but I'm sure it's at the beginning for you. You still got one more day before the weekend, and enjoy that zip wire, mate. You're just so lucky. I'd love to do that. Absolutely love to do that. So don't know whether you want to tell everybody what you're going to be doing this weekend, mate. Roberto Blondie, hi Andy Hall. Oh, good to hear, Rob. Looking forward to it, mate. Yeah, it'll be great. I know it'll be brilliant because if it's anything like the last one, anything like the last one, let me just silence my laptop. It'll be great. A great listen. Football fan chat. Hi Andy, how's your day been? Yeah, very busy, very productive. Done loads of videoing and editing and stuff like that. So I've got that many projects in the pipeline that I'm having to pile them all up, and I'll be doing more filming straight after this live vlog with 3-4 other people. So I'm trying to pile everything up now so it's all done, so I can focus on other projects that are coming out in the next week or two. So yeah, it's been mad, absolutely mad, but it's great, good fun, and really enjoyed it. Some great videos coming soon. Dunk City, Atletico has 2 number 14s. Well, not anymore, not anymore by all accounts. So maybe you've read some of the reports which we'll talk about. Rodri and Atletico Madrid, and we'll have a chat about that shortly. Blue Heart, hi Andy. Could we be looking at having the fight FFP with some inflatable? Yeah, it just bounced off them, won't it? You know what they're like. We'll talk about the FFP stuff. Brad Niblock, looking forward to the weekend. Yes, I am. It's been a very busy week, but yeah, can't wait. But it's going to be full on again. Saturday, Sunday, still more videoing, more editing, more meeting up with people and things like that. So got to put the time and effort in to Man City Fan TV. So want it to be successful. Just don't moan about it. Just crack on with it. Get it done. It's all about for the fans. So yeah. That's the way it is. Got to have a bit of stamina. Don't moan about it. Sign Manny McHale. Gonna listen to the podcast on my way to work. Have a good afternoon, citizens. It'll be out tomorrow, mate. It won't be out tonight. It'll be out tomorrow. Rob's just editing it now, and he'll send me a copy so I can have a listen tonight. And then it'll be out sometime tomorrow on the channel. Hassan, in your opinion, who should we go for as centre-back if not Maguire? You know what, if we're not going to get Maguire, I'd just keep it as it is. I'll be honest with you. if we're not going to get De Ligt, which it don't look like that's going to happen, I'm just happy keeping what we've got at the moment. We've got plenty there. Key Potter, Mendy, got Stones, got Laporte, Fernandinho can play there. We've got Garcia coming through to play in some of the cup competitions. So yeah, I'm more than happy. I've got no problems, and you know, Maguire comes great. If not, I'm not bothered. I'm really not bothered about centre back. Your opinion, who should we... Oh, sorry. Hi, Andy and guys. Bernard Deneen is on. Hello, Bernard. How are you, buddy? Zip line at Whistler. I don't even like heights. Pray for Kiam. Oh, it looks amazing. Oh, I'd love to do that, honestly. I'm telling you now, that would just be incredible. Oh. Yana Moran, does Man City have... yes, it does. Yes, it does, mate. It does. It's all set up. The Instagram account is out there, and yes, we've got our friend below is going to be looking after it. Kamal Dwyer. You'll see. Hello, Kamal. How are you? Kamal is looking after Man City Fan TV's Instagram account, and details will be below the videos of how you can go and look at it. So it's only just been set up. So we'll give you details once it's up and running and things are on there, and you can go over and have a look at it. But Kamal Dwyer is the one who is looking after the Instagram account. King Ark W, hey, how much does a City season ticket cost? I live in Scotland, so never bought one, but just passed driving test and thinking about getting one now that I can drive. It's a bit of a long way, that, isn't it? Go on the, you have to go on the Man City fan channel, Man City website, mate. But problem being is you're not going to get a season ticket right now. I think they've gone up by about 10% to 20% depending on where you are. So around about cheapest one will be around about 310 quid, 320 quid. But there's a big long waiting list, so you'll have to get your name down on there to get yourself a season ticket. Rob, Man City Fan TV podcast Raw says, so this week's pod will have two young blues, 20 years young. Wow. Season ticket holders giving us their 2p worth on transfers. Life as a City fan, away days. It's going to be a great pod. Wow, I'm looking forward to that one because, as you know, on the first podcast Raw we had sort of old school City fan on there and giving, you know, his opinion all about City and things. So it'll be great to listen to the younger fans and see how whether they view City in a different way to how us as older fans view City, and what's their expectations all about and things like that. So I can't wait to listen to that. When's Man City Fan TV videos on iTunes and Spotify? It'll be coming out very shortly, and we'll let you know when it does. Podcast should be out tomorrow. Rob's just editing it now. Send it to me, I can have a listen, and then we'll get it out on the channel tomorrow. Reese, hi Andy, how are you, mate? Lovely day in Manchester. It's gorgeous today, beautiful. Hopefully it's going to stay like this for a while. Now coming over from sort of Europe, Spain, Switzerland, places like that. I mean, I think in France, I think they reckon today the possibility of it being 45 degrees, which will break the record, which was 44.1 degrees the last time it was really, really hot there. So that is some heat. You're talking Middle East type of weather there. 45 degrees, wow. Blue Heart, is Rodri looking like a done deal then? Yes, it is. Podcast will be live tomorrow, or maybe a cheeky late tonight. Ooh. Let's have can't wait, we'll see, hopefully. Get it done and sent to me so I can listen to it first before it goes out. Blue Heart looks like Angelino is coming, it does. Kamal Dwyer, go on Rob, bring it out tonight, mate. See, everyone's desperate, they want to listen to it. Football Fan Chat, which Football Fan podcast do you think is the best? The Anfield Rap, I think that you mean in there. Don't know, I must admit, I don't really listen to many other podcasts out there. 9320 is obviously very, very good. Mr. Crispin, AC Milan ban makes me a bit nervous. We'll see, Mr. Crispin. Happy birthday, KDB. Colin Polly, hi Andy, off to Cyprus tomorrow. I'll still be tuning in. Thank you very much, mate. Don't forget, there's tons of stuff coming on Man City Fan TV, so it'll keep you whilst you're in Cyprus, sunning yourself while, you know, beautiful 30+ degrees. You'll be able to pop your headphones in, listen to the podcast, and watch some of the videos while you're out there if you get bored. But enjoy your holiday, buddy. I'm assuming it's a holiday. Chris Baker, I'd rather have seen to Old Trafford, at Old Toilet than visit. Hashtag pray fuck yeah. Really? Oh no, it's right up my street. Absolutely right up my street. Anything like that, I love. I've done bungee jumping and all sorts, so I love things like that. Roberto Blondie, Milan, we're in financial peril of 3 seasons of overspending, mate. Our situation, it is different. It is different. But it's King, you're new. Anything about Delete? No, nothing, mate. Absolutely nothing out there about Delete. Yeah, it's one of those suck it and see. I don't think City are going to come in late, if I'm being honest with you. I don't think, I don't think AC Milan were banned. I think the voluntary withdrew. They did. That's fact. They withdrew themselves, but I think it was give the Hawks a good excuse to ban us. Yeah, absolutely. I think it was rather than be, it was one of those. Rather than be pushed, they decided to go to UEFA and say, look, we're going to withdraw from the Europa League for next season. Kamal Dwyer says, apparently the Lit's deal to Juve is stalling because Ajax want more money. I don't know whether Ajax want more money, but I can guarantee you who does. You know who I'm talking about. J Fresh Stunner, poor connection, anyone? Oh, perfect on here. Might be yours, mate. English Mastiff, AC Milan accepted their ban, so they wouldn't be punished twice. It would seem the case, but City's FFP is different. It is different. Ours is completely different to sort of the AC Milan stuff, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. Not here, J Fresh. Yeah, everything's good here, mate. Maybe sort of give it a reboot. Julie Dolan, hi Andy, I'm enjoying the Who Are You? The podcast role was fab, really enjoyed it. Thank you, Julie. I'm really glad you're enjoying it. Just don't forget, if you haven't seen it, I've just put out episode 2 that I did with Scott, big City fan who now lives in London. And yeah, so that's episode 2 is on there. I've still got episode 3, 4, 5 and 6 still to go. And possibly even a 7, 8, 9 and 10. But I'll put them out over sort of coming days. So I'll leave a few days between each one rather than putting them out every single day. Bernard Deneen, is the Etihad being renamed the Puma Etihad? You never know. Signs looks like they're all over the stadium now. Semperliba, what injuries and surgeries have you had from playing sport? Oh God, mate. Yeah, you don't even want to go down the route of what happened to my leg in football. I've had 4 operations on my left leg. So yeah, nearly lost it from the knee down. Very lucky. Sort of ended my footballing career, sadly. But hey, loads. I've had loads. Broken ankles, fractures, stitches, everything. Loads, mate. Hi, Andy. Sorry, that was my phone. I need to update it. So just pause for a second there. So I do apologise. You tore your ACL last week. Nasty injury. Brian says, hi Andy, hope all is well. All good, mate, very good. 44 degrees in Paris at the moment. Yeah, I mean, they reckon it's going to be, possibly today might hit the 45 degree. I don't know whether it has or hasn't. I think in the south of France, they reckon it could hit 45, which will be the highest ever, which is, that is hot. I mean, I know last year when I was getting a taxi to Dubai airport, it was 51 degrees and it was like, oh my God, yeah, but we're not used to it. We're really not used to that type of temperatures. Roberto Blondie agreed. Julie Scott had good memories to share. He did, yeah, and a few of them were mine as well. So I'll sort of finish off the whole series and I'll sort of answer my 5 questions that I've given to all the other guests that are on Who Are You? So I'll do mine, and it's interesting just listening to what other people say and thinking, yeah, that was one of mine, or never thought of that one. So watching some of the videos, it's really interesting listening to what City fans, young and old, actually think about it. Love the new podcast and guests. Thank you, Reese. In the garden with cocktails and a barbecue, watching City stream. Summer don't get much better. There you go, buddy. Enjoy your barbecue. Cocktails? You big girl's blouse. What you drinking? Abhishek Tembi, how many signings do you think we'll make? Which signings will be impacted by the Champions League ban? What ban? No ban. don't worry about Champions League ban, ain't going to happen. English Mastiff, it's that hot I've had to turn the heating off. Reece Woodbury, still miss football. Have you been watching the AFCON? Mahrez is actually looking good. Interesting, I've been talking to Dean from DZ Football today. You know that Dean did a video for us about Algeria beating Kenya and Riyad Mahrez and things like that. Well, obviously last night Algeria won 1-0 and beating Egypt, if I remember rightly. And speaking to him about the video, he's going to do a video on the game, and I said, how did Mahrez play? Because I haven't seen it. I was far too busy to be watching the AFCON. And he said, not great at all. He's going to do another video for us, and we'll put that out on the channel. It's King. You always say I'm new here for age. Oh, sorry, mate. I do apologise. It's just maybe you don't comment as much, and when it comes up, it's like, yeah. So I apologise. I'm my fault. Hassan Malik, hi. How are you? Mark Armstrong. Is there a Puma launch at the stadium this weekend? Maybe new players to be shown. Well, there was a rumour, somebody mentioned yesterday that at midnight on Sunday there's going to be something, but I've got a feeling this, with everything that is just now starting to happen, which we'll talk about shortly, I think it's going to be, I think there's going to be an announcement probably Monday, if I'm being honest. Yes, mine has been poor connection, just seen number two. Wi-Fi, I don't know, let me know. Wi-Fi here is perfect. I have fibre straight to the home, so the Wi-Fi here is 320 megabytes per second. I mean, it's I used to have like 50 something, now it's like 300 and something, so it's like super perfect Wi-Fi. But if it is, let me know. I don't see why. Rob says, all right guys, I'd love to stay and watch, but I'm going to get back to editing this pod. Catch you all later. Looking forward to it, Rob. Thanks very much, mate. Don't forget, send it through when it's done. See you later, Rob. Thanks for the prayers, Chris Baker. To be honest, with my weight on the zip wire, it'll be more like a run. Khalid Dahir, my friend, what happened? I don't know. Explain that one, Callie. Bernard Denis, football's lost his aviation industry's game. Andreas Kazekios. Hi Andy, what's the update on Cancelo? I heard we want to include Danilo on this. Said it yesterday, mate. Mentioned it about the whole Danilo thing. Juve are not interested at all in having Danilo as part of the deal, and that's what's holding it up at the moment. I mentioned it yesterday, saying that they want 55 to 60 to 65 million euros for Cancelo, and they want it in cash, basically up front or over, you know, on the books as a one-off payment or over a couple of years. City are trying to include Danilo in that. They don't want Danilo whatsoever. So I think, excuse me, I think basically, like I said yesterday, there's no way City are going to buy Cancelo up front class in one big chunk and then put Danilo on the market. Why would you do that? It doesn't make business sense, because people then know, oh, they desperately need to get rid of Danilo off the books now. Why would we pay 25 million? They just turn around and go, we'll give you 15 million if you're that desperate to get rid of him. So City will want to try and line up, if Danilo leaves and they want to get rid of Danilo and he wants to leave, then I think City will try and line up a buyer first, so that everything can tie in before they do that, because it doesn't make sense to buy Cancelo and then put Danilo up for sale, because we're not going to get what we want for him, which is around about 25 million. Any news on Maguire and Angelino? Yes, on Angelino. Maguire, no, nothing yet. Julie Dolan, I will do. Who are you? Need to be decisive on my... Yes, well, you need to. So, told you that. But let me know, Julie. Send me an email to, and you've got it anyway, but I'll put it up here anyway. There you go. It's up on the channel, so you've got... I spoke to you on via email anyway, but it's mcfcfantv@gmail.com. Send it to me, we'll get it recorded and we'll get you on there, because you are good fun and I do like you, so it'd be great to hear your thoughts on those 5 questions. Fours on Earth, and how close are we to Angelino and Rodri? Very, very close. Probably be done this weekend, if I'm being honest. Which I'll just quickly read through some of your comments and then we'll talk about that. Hi Andy, is there any truth in Everton Suarez news? No, I said it yesterday. Garbage, Samra. I don't think it's happening at all. Why would we? It's not an area we need to improve. I think Sane will stay, and it'll all be sorted. And why would we buy anybody else? We've got other positions that are priorities. So no, I think it's just probably agent touting him around. Iona Beats, hello. Not spoke to you for a while. How are you? Looking forward to a new podcast. Last one was class. Thank you very much. It should be. This one should be interesting. I don't know whether you heard or saw what I said earlier and what Rob put out there, but he's interviewing a couple of young 20-year-olds, City fans, season ticket holders, and asking their perspective on how they view City and blah blah blah. So I can't wait to listen to that one. It should be really really good. What else have we got? Reese, won't we play Liverpool in the Community Shield? How seriously would you? I'd absolutely take it 100% and just go all out for it. I think that's the model, and I said it on numerous videos, the fact that when you listen to Caldoon in his interview, said this before as well, he turned around when Yaya signed and wanted to know all about Barca's sort of mentality, and he said Barca at the time when they signed Yaya, they go out to win every single game. And he said at the time when Yaya signed, City didn't have that mentality. Now they do. So go all out for it. Absolutely. Go all out. What's the update on Angelino's coming soon, Gustavo? What's happening with Gundogan? Not heard any news, not heard anything myself. I think he's still in transfer talks with City. Carl, hi Andy. Did you talk about Milan? No, not yet. Just sort of reading through everyone's comments, and then I'm going to come to it very, very shortly. Blue Heart, why did Puma let their pyjamas design into our kits? I don't know. If they are the kits, and they seem to be the only ones that are being touted out there, I don't mind the home kit. I'm not keen on that maroon purple stuff on there, but the other one, I don't know. I'm not a kit person anyway, but it don't look great. I guess no news is good news. Yes. Carl, seems Arsenal, United and Liverpool fans are dreaming as usual. Oh yeah, they're all over social media. Mr. C, Henry, you reckon Sane definitely going to stay then? Yeah, I do. I think he's definitely going to stay. Asnoai, Zainal, what do you reckon about Angelino? Honestly, I didn't know much about him, and according to my friend, he was our player. The only doubt about him, considering players we have now, the role, well, he will play a bit part role, a backup role. He knows City, everything else I'm going to talk about him very, very quickly, very soon. I'm roasting, mate. 40 degrees here in Lyon, really. Do you live in Lyon? I was out at Lyon for the away leg in the Champions League before Christmas. Well, it wasn't 40 degrees then. It was bloody freezing. It was about -5, -6 degrees. English Mastiff, Gundogan is doing his final season at City, then possibly leaving free next summer or he signs a deal. Yeah, and I talked about Gundogan quite a lot on the videos I did a month or two ago, and sort of said I'd be surprised if City don't try and get 20 million for him if he really doesn't want to sign a new contract. But I think he possibly, by the vibe is that he's maybe had a change of heart. And maybe he's thinking, I won't mind, especially after this season, especially about the amount of games he had towards the end of the season covering for Fernandinho and playing really, really well. Let's face it. I mean, he has been a little iffier with his form, but when he's had that run of games, he was excellent, really, really good. I think he's probably had a change of heart and thinking, okay, I could sign a 3-year, I could sign an extension that keeps me 3 more years and possibly still get a pretty good deal at 31, 32, somewhere, China or wherever. So I've got a feeling he's keen on staying. Do we need new forward? No. Move aside, bro. No, I wouldn't say no. I don't think we do. Will we need one possibly next season? Yeah, I do. I think so. So right now, no, I don't think we do. I don't think we do need a new forward. And I'll be surprised if we actually go in. That's why I think the Suarez thing is, I can't see anything in that. I might be wrong. Romeo Cambu, hi Andy, what do you think of playing Fernandinho at centre-back and Rodri at centre? Yeah, well, like I said, I think that is the plan. The plan is a bit of rotation to start off with between sort of Fernandinho and Rodri, and Fernandinho can always be cover. I don't think he'll be starting at centre-back, but he can always be cover at centre-back. Reese says, could the mentality of winning that game be a huge factor in conflict? Absolutely, of course, absolutely. And that's the thing. It's now City. City have got this mentality now under Pep Guardiola. They want to win every single game. Friendly, cup game, charity shield, whatever. I made it to a live stream. Well done, Julio. Hi, Sharon Hall. Blue Heart. Bertie Bassett wouldn't even wear us. I mean, I just don't get it if that's true. Of all the kit, I mean, you could cart back and, like I keep saying, that red and black stripe type of thing. They could do something with that. And you see some of the concept kits that are out there. Some of them are absolutely brilliant. You know, and I'm not a kit person, but I did a video, if you go back on the channel, with a load of old kits from yesteryear. I'm looking at some of the new concept kits. Some of them are fantastic. Oh, so yeah, you're in Leon. Tim Daniels, hi, how are you, mate? Sit to die, hello, how are you, buddy? Iona Beats, that's what's crazy about this area. Super hot summers and freezing winters. Yeah, I don't mind that. I like the winter. I like the rain, and I like the cold, and I like everything else. I'd rather be cold than too hot. That's my problem. What else have we got here before I quickly go through stuff? Gundogan is solid and scores a lot. Yeah, I agree, Gustavo. Gundo is going to stay, in my opinion, and me too, Blue Heart. You've probably already discussed this, but I'm devastated that we have one more year. Go and watch the video I did the other night on David Silva. Yeah, discussed it yesterday. That's what yesterday's live vlog was about, David Silva. Mr. Crispin, come and sit. No, Disco. Talked about it yesterday on the live vlog. No. He ain't coming. Carl, Jesus was really good last night in Copa America, playing both wings. Firmino was dreadful. Well, I think he scored the decisive penalty, didn't he? I think Firmino missed as well, didn't he? So I must admit, I haven't seen any of the Copa America either. Just too much going on at the moment. So trying to catch up, even though I'm missing the Premier League football. I've not really watched any. I watched the women last night. They were brilliant. And good luck to them. But I'll probably watch a bit of the USA versus Brazil tonight, so see what they're like. Mr. C, fair not tall for centre back, to be fair. Don't think you have to be super tall as long as you've got somebody tall next to you. But position, he's got great positional awareness. Reece Woodbridge, losing Silva will change the way we play forever. Stylistically, players we have now are more dynamic than controlling. So good point, a very good point. Maybe, who knows? Phil Foden in the future could be that one that dictates the pace. Or we drop Kevin De Bruyne a slightly bit deeper and he dictates the pace because he's got it up here. Julio, AC Milan's been banned from Europe. Well, they haven't been banned. They've actually withdrawn themselves before they got banned. Blue Heart, red and black stripes would sell. Oh, I mean, I love that kit. And I like the white one. I saw a picture yesterday going through some articles and it was an old picture of Yaya in the white kit and the red black sash, and I love that kit as well. I'm good, thanks. What are your thoughts on this Isco rumour? Garbage. I think somebody said on here, is this not like that? The 10th season we've been rumoured to be going in for Isco. Can't see it. I think if City wanted Isco, they could have got him last year or the year before, so nothing. I'll be more than happy to get sent back in a DM. Yeah, so would I, but I think we'll possibly get 3, possibly 4 players. English Mastiff Rodri could be the versatile. He may be able to play defensive midfield to centre back. Maybe remember Sam Vinny. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, totally agree. He's tall enough. He's 6'3". So, or let's see what happens on the summer tour. Does Pep start with a 3-5? Go with a 3-5-2? City is not good. Okay. 4. That's all I'm going to say to you, Quebo 1, 4. 4 trophies. Ben Driss Aziz, do you think Pep will give more play time for Sane next season? If he stays, and it's all up to Sane. Everything. If Sane gets his head straight, if Sane trains well, if Sane has the right attitude, Sane is a guaranteed starter. -5 isn't cold at all. No, it's not. It's not in the bigger scheme of things. Here we wear shorts in -5. Well, I thought you were in the Caribbean. You don't see -5 in the Caribbean. Or am I wrong? Are you somewhere else? Try -40. Oh, J Fresh, you're not in Saskatoon, are you? I can't remember now. There's that many people. I'm trying to remember where everybody is. Are you in Saskatoon or are you in... I thought you were in the Caribbean. If you are in Saskatoon, I've been there. It is -38 degrees it was when I was there. Frozen. I didn't have a beard then, but I had frozen nasal hair, frozen eyebrows, frozen eyelashes, and I only walked 200-300 meters to a shopping mall in a small coat because I'd forgot my big coat. Painful. Ming Yi Wong, do you still think Sane will get limited chances? No, I think he'll get loads of chances. It's all dependent on Leroy Sane. Exactly, Blue Heart, something for Bernard. Jason Foy, it's US versus, is it France, is it? Sorry. Yeah, going to be interesting. Two very good teams. Couldn't remember, it's Brazil or France. Like I said, I only saw saw last night's game and the other game for England. So, going to be interesting and see who potentially England are going to play. Jeffrey Firmino was poor last night. Yeah, by all accounts. When City were first linked to Isco, he was called San Francisco. I think Quembo has overspiced himself. If he'd overspiced himself, I'm sure he wouldn't be able to log on to a YouTube channel. It'd be like this. Sat in Piccadilly Gardens. From Barbados, but live in Saskatoon. There you go. I'm sorry. I was going to say, you confused me there when you were going on about Caribbean stuff the other day. And yeah, Saskatoon is bloody freezing. In the winter, very, very cold. Samrat Gosh, do we really need to get rid of Danilo? Because I feel as well, I don't think we have to get rid of him, and I'd like him to stay. That's my personal opinion, because I think he's never let us down. A very flexible player. Very good player, in my opinion. It just depends on whether he wants to stay or go, because he can't be guaranteed game time. Section 20, hey Andy, Sky Blues, how are you, buddy? Solator says, Dillets getting 400k a week at Juve, Andy. Pep will not, no chance. Absolutely no chance. If that is true, and we don't know, but if that is true, 400 grand a week is going to put, it's going to be 80 grand a week more than Kevin De Bruyne for a 19-year-old centre-back. Ain't going to happen. No chance. And that's a good thing. City now have their wage structure, and this is my problem with Maguire. If the rumours are true of 280 grand a week, and I just can't see City paying 280 grand a week. I just can't see it whatsoever. They don't want to upset other players, established players, big players at Man City by paying players that. And if Dillet's getting 400 grand a week, well, you know Raiola's done his job for him, because that's what he does. Gilbert Talon, greetings from South Korea, Andy. Good work, mate. Thank you. Gustavo, it's Kevin De Bruyne's birthday. Hey, everyone, happy birthday to Kevin De Bruyne. Reece Woodbridge was at the park earlier. There was one game years ago. Every pitch was full. Culture could affect the next year. Yeah, well, mate, and tell you what, if you were my age when I was young, and I was younger than you, let's say, because you're probably about 18, 19. When I was a kid, everybody was outside. I mean, it don't really happen now. Summertime, 6 weeks holidays, it was literally 8 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock at night, or when it went dark, you were out playing football. Everybody was, but you don't really see it now. Chris Barsley, hey Andy, what have I missed? We're just chatting, mate, Chris. We're just been chatting through, talking about various stuff, but we're going to sort of quickly go into Angelino and Rodri first. Should we get Silva replacement this season? No, because if we do, who's going to miss out? Because if we keep Gundogan, we've got Phil Foden, we've got Bernardo Silva. So do you think VR will be good this season? It's going to be a suck it and see. I'm sure there'll be plenty of mistakes, but I'm sure there'll be some good decisions as well. I'm starting to get withdrawal. What's that? Sorry, you retracted that one. Ben Driss Aziz, who do you think the perfect replacement for David Silva? Watch the video I did on David Silva. Put it out yesterday morning. Phil Foden. Didn't think the lip was greedy type. Oh well, he's lost. Well, that's what you get when having an agent like Raiola. That's why Pep don't like him. Andreas Kazekios, what's your thoughts about the Brazilian lad Everton Suarez? Is it good enough? I think it's a non-starter, mate. I don't think it's happening. I'm starting to get withdrawal. I'm missing our football. Yeah, so am I. Blue Heart is missing the footy. He's got a long way. Yeah. Right, let's get into this Angelino stuff. So let me bring up some points with regards to Angelino. So we'll deal with Angelino first. Well, it's as we know, City, it looks like, have definitely activated their PSVs and Angelino's buyback clause of 12 million euros, which is absolutely brilliant. So 22-year-old looks like he is definitely signing for Manchester City, which is great. And by all accounts, he's going to play back up to Ben Mendy with Zinchenko as well. So I think that's a I think it's a smart move by City, a very clever one, because he knows the club from academy level. And I think at 22 years of age, he's going to the Premier League champions and surrounded by, instead of being like, no disrespect to PSV and others, but surrounded by world-class players. And by all accounts, the deal will be announced imminently. And that's come from the major Dutch newspaper, sports newspaper. So basically, it looks like Angelino is going to actually come, and I said in other videos, I'm not sure whether he'll come and he'll go on loan or not, but he's definitely coming one way or the other. And I think it'll be a great learning curve for him if he has a year around this squad. Now, how many games he'll get, you've got to also feel for Zinchenko signing a new contract and what's going to happen with him. Does this mean that if it does come, Angelino does come, that Pep is still a bit concerned about Ben Mendy and his fitness, injury record and things, maybe. But I think it'll be great for his development. He's matured, he's grown up. He's always had that technical ability. Brilliant going forward. Wonderful left foot. Great crosser of the ball. Dangerous, can shoot as well. So I think it'll be a really good move for him to get a year's experience around this squad and take it from there, because if Ben Mendy doesn't stay fit, then I can't see him staying at City after next season. So we could have somebody there, natural left back, wing back, let's say. And if you've got the likes of Cancelo or Walker on the other side, I think it'll be a really good learning curve for him at Man City. Like I said, he's excited. We know he's exciting. We've seen him playing at New York City. Did well there as well. So yeah, it looks like that's going to be announced hopefully this weekend, or when the big announcement will be made, which I think will happen when Rodri also signs as well. So I think both of them will be announced, and if we can get another, maybe the three of them, but it wouldn't surprise me if we see an announcement of Angelino and Rodri as two City players being the first two, and then the Cancelo one might roll on and on, unless there's some deal made this weekend. So it's great. I think it's good for him. Reece says, "Where's this leave Delph?" Well, like I said to you, I think Delph's gone, I'm a bit upset about that, because I like Delph, but I think Delph has gone. Somebody said back at Villa, possibly, quite possibly. Do you think City bought his buyback clause for them to sell to PSG who want him for 22? Well, like I said, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I did say in the videos that I did last week about Angelino, I said, I'm not sure whether City are getting him back to sell him on and make a profit. I don't know. I've no idea. But if he does stay at City, he's going to have a great year learning from the best. But Kiam said, would they welcome him back? Yeah, there was all the snake stuff, wasn't there, about Delph at Villa when he left. So I don't know. Maybe he'll go back to Leeds. Maybe he'll go to Leeds with Bielsa and something. I don't know. But I think Delph will be gone, because I just can't even see any place for him in the City team now. If we sign Rodri and we keep Gundogan, then at left back we possibly will have Zinchenko, Mendy and Angelino. So there's nothing there for him. So it's a shame, but if we could get 10 million or something for him, I think City will gladly let him go. I hope Zinchenko gets a few more games in natural position. Yeah. Let's see him, because we've seen him play for the national team in that position, and very good. But this squad is just packed. I keep saying it, it's absolutely packed with talent, incredible talent. So you've got to be special to get in it, and you really have. Can Man City win the treble? City can win anything next season, anything they like to. Will they? Who knows? Chris Barsley, Andy, what's your next podcast, pal? Have you asked Rob yet? Andy, when's the next podcast? Yes, it's Chris Bartley. Rob's been on here. He's on the timeline, but he's had to go back to editing the podcast. The podcast was done last night, or the night before, can't remember. And Rob's editing it right now. He will. So if you're watching, you will, Rob, send it to me tonight, and it'll either go out late tonight or it'll go out tomorrow. Rob did say he's going to try. It might go out tonight, so depends when he sends it to me. So I've got to listen through it, and then I'll put it on the channel. But it'll either be out late tonight or it'll be out tomorrow. And he's interviewed, if you missed it, he's interviewed the opposite end of the spectrum. So last in podcast 1, Raw, he interviewed old school City fans. He's now interviewing 2 young 20-year-old City fans who are season ticket holders, asking them their perspective on Man City. So it should be really, really interesting. Footy fans are fickle. They are, yeah, of course they are. Hayden, Rodri coming, Llorente, yeah. So let's talk about that now, seeing as though we've talked about Angelino. Let me get rid of that one. Yes, so the rumours are, that was in the MAN, was the fact that the unveiling of Marcus Llorente, as we know, by Atletico Madrid. They bought him from Real Madrid. And the unveiling of him shows that he is going to be wearing the number 14 shirt. Now, the number 14 shirt at Atletico Madrid is notorious for Diego Simeone. And not only was it Diego Simeone's shirt, it was also Rodri's shirt. But now Marcos Llorente is going to be taking the number 14 shirt. It's basically said that that is the key to the point of Rodri is definitely coming to Manchester City. So it's going to cost, they reckon, around about £62.5 million, which is his release clause, and City have already paid, or City have already agreed to pay that, which will make him the club's highest signing after Riyad Mahrez. So it's all looking like it's done and dusted. If it's not already done and dusted right now, it's just not been announced yet, and they're waiting for maybe the Cancelo or Angelino as well to be done. So great news, certainly. It's one. Not sure what's happening with Ndombele with Tottenham. There's still nothing's really come out about that particular one. But yeah, it's great news. Great news, the fact that I think, and I've said it all along, I think Rodri's going to be our first signing, our first major signing, if you discount the Angelino thing. So it looks like it's done and dusted, and it could already have been done. It's not been released. So I'm sure over the coming 24 hours, 48 hours, you'll get people on Instagram and Twitter and all the other social media outlets sort of posting, just seen Rodri at the Etihad and blah, 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 blah. So, keep an eye out, people out there. Sorry, another pause. I'll have to update this phone after I finish this one. You'll see, no doubt people will be going, I've just seen him around the Etihad. So keep an eye out on social media, because it looks like Rodri is definitely, if he's not already on his way or here in Manchester already, which is great news. I think it's going to be a very, very good signing for Manchester City. I think it's going to be really astute signing by Cheeky. So congratulations to Cheeky, Ferran and Pep Guardiola for getting the man. I think he's the one that Pep actually wanted. I wanted Ndombele. But I absolutely don't mind Rodri whatsoever. But I think Pep was more Rodri, and that was his man. And it looks like City have got him, which is great news. And if we get announced Rodri and Angelino, brilliant, great. And then we can move on with the possibility of Maguire and the possibility of Cancelo. So we'll see on that one. Mendy, Chris Baker says, Mendy is the assist king. When he's fit, he can defend. When his head is screwed on, if he stays fit. Unbelievable. I said it. There's no doubt in Mendy's ability. Absolutely no doubt in it. You only have to look at his stats in the 6 games that he played last season. Look at his assists. Incredible. He just needs to stay fit, and hopefully being out in Barcelona, having an extended stay there with Dr. Kugat and doing his regime on his new sort of keyhole surgery and everything else that he's had. And the rumours are coming out that came out 6 weeks ago was that, was that the surgery has gone well, and yeah, it looks like they've got to the bottom of what the actual problem was, and a fit Mendy will be like a fit, a new 60, 70, 80 million pound signing at left back. So can't wait for Mendy. I really do hope he stays fit. Jason Foy, I wish they would just terminate Bravo and Pangalas. I think Bravo's staying, mate. I've said it before. Has Dzeko gone to Inter Milan? Sure, I heard. I've not heard that, mate. We'll not see any signings until they can be shown off in a Puma shirt. Yeah, I think that's the whole thing. We're waiting for that. So, fingers crossed. It'll be this weekend. Or is Rodri taking the 13th? No, I think it's done. Bendra says why Man City not signed with any player yet? Because it's not FIFA. It's not like you play on your PlayStation or something and you just sign them. There's so much contractually to discuss and get right, and it's not that easy. And remember, they're on holiday. These players are on holiday, so everything's going through their agents and filtered from City to their agents to the player to back to their agent to the thing, and it goes on and on and on. And these contracts are massive. You're talking about millions upon millions upon millions of pounds, tens of millions in sponsorship deals, image rights, things. It's not simple just to go, oh, do you want to come? All right, how much? All right, 62.5 million. Right, that's it. We'll pay it. Right, okay, then yeah, it's done. We'll unveil you tomorrow. It's not. There's so many things go into it, and plus, who knows? We don't know. Maybe they've already signed. Maybe it was done last week. It's just not going to be announced until this weekend. We don't know. We have no idea. Bernard Denis used to play both football and cricket on the park until Parky came. Parky, the park. God, that's bringing back memories, mate. Yeah, I can remember. I'm Woodhouse Park boy, so facing my school, Poundswick High School, there used to be a park, and it had, if I remember rightly, it had two big crown green bowling bits, and then a tennis court and whatever else through the park. And we always used to play football on the actual crown green bowl, because we used to like muddy pitches, and on there it was absolutely brilliant. But then the parky would come and it'd go mental and it'd chase us off and whatever else. So yeah, the parky, God, that brings back memories. English Mastiff Angus Gunn was sold, I thought, not loaned. He was sold. Angus Gunn was sold, 12.8 million, I think it was. Hayden McVeigh, could Foden and Zinchenko be the future? Foden certainly. Zinchenko, I don't know. Hope Edison gets another assist this season. It'd be great. I really don't see Zinchenko playing central attacking midfield for City. No, neither do I. More on the left. Maybe I've signed for Man City for 500 grand a week. Who knows? I wish. He's jumpers for goalpost, absolutely. Puma unveils Sunday. Well, so there's rumours around Sunday night. There's going to be something. So we'll see. Maybe, I don't know whether the players will be announced then or whether it's done on Monday. I'm not sure. So it's all looking good. It's looking very, very positive. What else have I got to quickly talk about before I go? I've got about 5 minutes left. So what are we on here? Return to training. That's another thing. It looks like City, Pep's give the players another week off. So it looks like they're not going to return this weekend. That was initially thought. He's given them another extended week off. They're going to return not this weekend, but the following weekend. He'll spend a few days with them. Yes, Connor Nixon. Yes, I am. He's going to spend a few days with them at the campus, sort of welcoming everyone back, and obviously sort of the new players, integrating them and meeting them, and etc. Before they fly off for their summer tournament, the Asia Trophy, where the first game will be West Ham on the 17th of July. So if it's the first on Monday, they're going to be back then on the 7th, around about the 6th or the 7th. So maybe, or even the 8th, and they might have the 8th, the 9th, the 10th at the Etihad campus, where they'll all meet up. And then at some point later that week, they'll fly out to Asia for the Asia Trophy, which, like I said, starts on the 17th against West Ham. There's then they're going to play Kitchee on the 24th of July, so a week later. And then 3 days later, they're going to play Yokohama Mariners on the 27th. So they've got those 3 games before they'll fly back, do some training before the Community Shield on the 4th of August. So thought that was interesting. I think really I was under the impression, I must admit, I thought it was going to be, they were going to be back on Monday, but it looks like Pep's give them another week off, which is good news because they've been full on, absolutely full on. The players, they've been doing, been all over the world. So let me just quickly go back before I talk about the last couple of things. Andy, going testimony, yes, but I'm quoting me, section 20, it was done thing back in the day. Just reminded me of an old Paul Whitehouse sketch. Sorry, I might have missed that section. Blue Art, are you quoting Paul Whitehouse or Harry Enfield, jumpers for goalposts? No, I mean, it's something that is absolutely true. That's what, obviously, jumpers for goalposts. Man City a big club? Depends. I don't get into the arguments. Ben Dree says ease. I don't get into the argument of what is a big club. It's all very subjective. It depends on what big is. What you might think is big, I might think is bigger or smaller or whatever. I mean, what's big? Are you talking about trophy count, crowds, history, blah blah? And there's so many variants in it. So I don't get into the argument of who's a big club and who isn't. It's nonsensical for me. Mr. C, get these next few weeks out the way and count down. Absolutely. Section 20, we could afford jumpers, so we just used the small. I'm assuming that's we couldn't afford jumpers, so we just used the smallest kids as posts. Yes, I remember that too, section. Jason Foy, what about the players at Copa America you think will get a few weeks off? Yeah, I'll be very surprised if the players or the main players in the Copa America will go on the Tour of Asia. If I'm honest, I think the likes of Aguero, Fernandinho, Otamendi, etc. I'd be surprised if they go. I think that tournament in Asia will be mainly the peripheral players plus the kids, and Pep will be able to have a look at them, and maybe some of the new signings, so we can have a look at those. But I'll be surprised if you see. Certainly, they might fly all the way there for one game, maybe, but yeah, I think they'll go on holiday, if I'm honest. Red Wreck in Withington, 2 bowling greens, 1 became a putting green playground, set of goalposts on Shell, which used to be 2 tennis courts, 2 actual tennis courts, not enough space for 40 cricket. Yeah, it was great playing on that, because, it's like you used to play in the grass near your house or something like that, or the school pitches, and they're always muddy and crappy and everything else, so playing on a bowling green was just a dream, absolute dream. You thought you were in a proper football stadium until the parky came and got you. Mr. C, so I'll go to Spain for 11 nights on Wednesday. Sod it, at least it'll pass the time. Let them think we are a little club with treble. Yeah, I mean, I don't get into this big little club. What's a big club? There's just, like I said, there's too many variables in it. And it's all personal opinion. We won't have a keeper for the pre-season. We will. I think Bravo will be out there. And one other, probably this Riesco will probably go out there on tour. Right, what else? Last couple of bits of news. Let me just see. Nope, done that one. Angelino, FFP said there, obviously with AC Milan will obviously play no further part in the Europa League. It's now been confirmed. So basically as a result of breaching UEFA's FFP rules, they have been banned from competing in the competition. It was obviously, the decision was ultimately made at the Court of Arbitration for Sport, but they finished 5th last season and in Serie A, and they were due to enter the group stages. However, they've come to an agreement with UEFA that season that they've basically withdrawn themselves from the 29-20 Europa League campaign, and AS Roma are going to replace them, and Torino will enter the qualifying stages. So basically this all comes back to, if I remember rightly and can find it, basically they quote, AC Milan is excluded from participating in the UEFA club competitions for the sporting season 2019-20 as a consequence of the breach of its FFP break-even obligations during the 2015-16-17 and the 16-17-18 monitoring period. So it's completely different to what's happening with Man City. So I wouldn't worry to make too much or go into too much detail and concern yourself with the fact that, oh, well, Milan have been banned or they've withdrawn themselves under an agreement with UEFA. I won't worry and try and compare that to what's happening with City. It's two completely different cases about completely different things. So don't worry too much if you read this and think, oh my God, that means they're definitely coming for City. No, it's a completely different thing. What else have we got? We'll have a keeper. Alec Park, my Siamese kid playing footy. The green at the top end of the 53 estate was my footy park. Wasn't even a park, just a bit of grass. The fans want City to be banned. Of course they do. And you're going to read a lot of this, and there's loads. You've already seen over the last few days that Daily Mail has been now. I mean, these are not big reporters. These are kids doing the internships and writing articles. And that's just suddenly reared its head again. And every day, for the last, I think, 3 days, the Daily Mail have been writing these FFP articles about City and what will it mean and blah, blah. Just regurgitating a right load of crap that was done months and months and months ago. So there's nothing new in there. So I don't know whether it's in anticipation of what they knew was coming with Milan. And now they're just trying to, bring it back up to the boil, and put it out there again. So don't concern yourself with the FFP stuff and what's happening with Milan. It's completely different. City will have a good case, and they certainly won't be getting banned from the Champions League this season or next season, if I'm being honest with you. I think they'll go all out for UEFA without a shadow of a doubt. Believe the rags of bed to be done for FFP and are willing to withdraw for the off. Yeah, they need to. They're talking up City's interest in Everton again. Almost sounds like fact nonsense. I think they withdrew under yes. Yeah, well, under an agreement. I think basically they appealed like Chelsea did to CAS. And basically CAS overruled Milan's appeal. And so they've gone back, and rather it be a ban, there's been a negotiation with UEFA to make it sound like we're withdrawing ourselves from the competition to make it sound a bit better and blah, blah, blah. And if they do, it wouldn't surprise me if you hear, I've not read anything about a fine. It wouldn't surprise me if there's a fine involved as well. So, yeah, voluntary, opted out, AC Milan never got banned. Yeah, I think they would have been banned. Don't get me wrong. I think they would have got banned. I think they've just come to an agreement to make it sound like they've withdrawn themselves. That's the key word over 3-4 years. Gabriel Jesus will wear number 9 shirt for their City. Yes, he will. And finally, last bit of news before we go. Got 2 minutes left. It looks like our main man, Sergio Aguero, he's now he's going to be living in the highest spot in Manchester city centre. He's basically secured. He's going to be one of the first residents of West Tower on Deansgate. If you don't know where that is, Deansgate Square. And he's going to be moving there next week. And he's going to take the 44th and the 45th floor, which has been dubbed Manchester's most iconic residential address. But they're saying in the Manchester Evening News it won't be cheap. The rent apparently is £8,000 a month. It's peanuts to him. It's like, a couple of quid to me and you. But basically it comes with 3 ensuite bedrooms, a study, a walk-in wardrobe, and obviously a 24-hour dedicated service team. He currently lives in Hale Barnes in Cheshire, but not sure whether he's going to move in himself or whether it's going to be an investment, etc., etc. But the views are absolutely incredible. And yeah, it's Sergio's going back to city living, which sounds absolutely amazing. I must admit, if I was going to do that after living in the countryside for 15 years, I think when all's done and dusted, and me and my wife would like to go back and do something like that. I think it'd be great to go back living in the city centre. But anyway, just finally, let's just see. Bernardine, cheers, Andy, lads. Great stuff. Thank you, Bernard. Corruption always requires a patsy, and I think Milan are being used. Maybe, yeah. Quite possibly, Kian. Maybe they are. I'm decorating it for Aguero. I'm on the 46th floor, he better be bloody quiet. I could probably afford it after saving for 100 years, yeah. It's you making the racket, is it, yeah? How long does it take the elevator to get up there? Well, hey, very quick, because when I went to the Hilton, and as you know, the Hilton is it's got the restaurants and everything up there at the top. And when I was there meeting with Tackle for Manchester to pick up the to give them the artwork to be signed, and they weren't around, so I went looking for them at the business centre and everything else, and I thought, well, I'll take the lift up, and I went up, and I don't know what floor it was on. It was about 28, 40, 30 something, and it was like rapid. I was in there about 5 to 10 seconds, and I was like, ding, thinking, bloody hell, that was quick. So I'm sure it'll be, and probably he'll have a private elevator up to up to his floors. Chris Baker, nice one, Andy. Enjoy the sunshine. I run up. Yeah, my rollers squeak. Sprint past gun all the time. Hey, wouldn't that be good? Anyway, guys, listen, Sandy from Man City Fan TV. If you haven't given it a thumbs up before you go, give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Don't forget, check out the episode 2 of Who Are You with Scott, Man City fan from London. That's on the channel now, so if you haven't watched it, it's only about 8-9 minutes long, so go over, give it a watch. Latest English Mastiff, latest Bernard. Have a good weekend, Andy. Yeah, you too, Ocean Rage. Kiam, take care, Andy. Nice knowing you. Hey, good luck tomorrow, mate, and you'll enjoy it. You know, got to do these things, absolutely. You know, love every single second of it. You'll be fine. Send me some photographs. I'm dying to see it. And don't shit your pants, whatever you do. See you, Reese. JC Blues, good job, Andy. Thank you very much, mate. And don't forget, if you want to be on one of the episodes of Who Are You, then all you have to do is send me an email to MCFC Fan TV. I'm just putting it up here again for you. MCFC Fan TV. I keep putting Gamil. Let me remove that. I don't know why I keep putting Gamil. MCFC Fan TV at gmail.com. There you go. So if you want to be on one of the episodes, like I said, send me an email. Still got plenty of room. We've got 5 or 6 already done, ready to go out, and if we have to do 10, 15, 20 of them, we'll do them. So don't forget, send us an email if you want to be on it. It only takes about literally 7 or 8 minutes of your time. When are you on next, Andy? I'll be on tomorrow, mate. Every day. I won't say I will do a video every single day, but I will endeavour to be on every single day if I can. If not, there'll be videos. There'll always be something on the channel. So, nice one. Take care, Carl. Have a good weekend, buddy. And yeah, go and check out the video, episode 2. And don't forget tonight. Don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, you've got to subscribe. Click the bell icon. Same time, yeah, probably around about the same time, because it's weekend. But I've got other videos that I'm doing tomorrow. But yeah, around about the same time, mate. And if you're not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click that bell icon, because tonight, maybe the Podcast Raw episode 2 might be on the channel, and that way you'll be notified immediately when it is. And yeah, looking forward to that one. If not, it'll be out sometime tomorrow. But anyway, have a wonderful Friday evening. I'll see you around tomorrow on the channel. See you in the park for a game of footy. Yeah, get your jumpers or some small kids. Just grab some small kids and put them there. Get it set up for me. And I'll be back tomorrow. Take care, guys. Have a wonderful evening. Sandy from Man City Fan TV. And we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.